In a township where survival was louder than dreams, a teenage boy with light brown eyes stood by a rusty school gate, watching a girl who walked like light through a broken world. Zulu, a name that meant war. But inside him, poetry, pain, and now, grace. In a one-room home lit by candlelight, Zulu wrote verses no one would ever read, about a girl who would never look his way. A gangster's heart doesn't belong near church girls, but his had already left his chest and followed her. Zulu never gave up on her a night after church, the night some gangsters came for her, with metal and fire in their hands. He didn't think he ran. He took the bullet she never asked him to take, and that was the moment she saw more than a gangster. Grace rushed Zulu to the hospital. In the cold light of a hospital room, Zulu slept under machines. Grace wept over poetry soaked in blood. He woke to find her hand in his. The first time his eyes opened to peace, that's when Grace realized that she has fallen in love with a gangster. As time goes on, years passed. They grew, not apart, but through struggle. Zulu gave her a ring made of promise, not diamonds. But love doesn't count carats, it counts sacrifice. Grace decided to introduce Zulu. She introduced him to the people who raised her, and they saw a past, not the man. They closed the door. But Grace, she walked with him through the mud anyway. Zulu took her to the one place he called home. For cracked walls and no father. But for once, someone saw his truth, and didn't run. But bills don't wait for love, and a child was coming. Zulu told Grace he had a job. But behind her back, he went back to the street. One last time. For food, for diapers, for survival. As years go, and many children, Grace starts to become suspicious as to where the money is coming from. Grace later came to her own conclusion and was fed up. She then tells Zulu to return the money where he took it from. But Zulu refused to return back the money, and as a result, Grace decided to distance herself unless he does what she says. Zulu then tries to act smart by going close to Grace by pretending as if he wants Bible study with her. But even that she's still rejected. Zulu still refuses, and Grace starts persuading him even more. On the other hand, Zulu wanted a little payback from Grace. As the results, one day Zulu came to his beloved wife Grace, covered with fake blood and torn clothes. He faded in a fake way. Grace rushed Zulu to the hospital. Zulu's plan for attention later failed as the doctor read his medical card out loud, revealing that nothing is wrong with Zulu, and that the blood on his clothes is of a cow, but not his own. Zulu was angry and ashamed. Grace even started laughing at him. Grace then went home laughing at Zulu. Later, as strong emotions were hitting him, Zulu then decided to go send his daughter to plead his beloved wife so she can forgive him. But through all of that, it didn't work, and Grace was still hitting Zulu with strong emotions, until Zulu cracked and started crying and finally agreed to do anything Grace asked for. Zulu then went to church, as the first thing commanded by his wife Grace, and everyone that day, shocked to see Zulu sitting peacefully in the church. Some of them were even scared to come and sit close to Zulu. Zulu then donates to an orphanage, invested, and then created a legal business. Since Zulu did all the things Grace wanted, he was forgiven and given all the attention he had always wanted. They then lived happily ever after.